1. So in example 1, do we have a GCF?
Yes.
What is it?
3.
So we'll factor out 3. If we take out a 3, what's that going to leave? So we'll have to divide each term by 3. So what does that leave it with? Yep. Now, we have to still factor the part that is in here. So when we go to factor that part, what is A times C? -4. So we have to figure out what multiplies to give us -4 and what adds to give us, what's our B?
3.
Okay. What are the factors that multiply to give us -4 but add to give us 3? 4 and -1. Can I use the shortcut for that inside trinomial? I can. Why? Because right there we have an understood 1 in front. So what do I do when I have a GCF out front though? Just bring it down. Yep. And then I'll do x plus 4 and x minus 1 equals 0. And then we do the same thing we did yesterday. So we're going to take and set each individual piece equal to 0 and solve. So we have 3 equals 0. Is that true? No. So that part's not going to affect our answer. Then we have x plus 4 equals 0. If we do that, what is x?
-4.
Then we also have x minus 1 equals 0. If we do that, what is x? So our solution is -4, 1. If you're struggling with your squiggly brackets, a tip is to make just like a normal bracket, then like add in a little triangle. And then it basically looks like the same thing. It's just with a little less rounded.
Sorry, I wasn't talking. I wasn't telling the whole class my business. I'm just allowed to talk.
All right, for example 2. Does example 2 have a GCF?
Yes.
It is 5. So if we take out a 5, what is that going to leave us with? 12 equals 0. And so we still have to look at this part inside first. So what is A times C for that part? What is B? What multiplies to give us -12 but adds to give us -4? -6 and what? 2. Can I use the shortcut for this? Why? Yep, because we have an A of 1. And so I bring down the 5, and I say x minus 6 times x plus 2 equals 0. Now we take each piece, set them equal to 0, and solve. Can I solve 5 equals 0? No, because that's not true. Can I solve x minus 6 equals 0? What is x? 6, because you have to add 6 to both sides so that you get x equals 6. Can I solve x plus 2 equals 0? What does x equal? -2, because we got to subtract it on both sides. So our solution is going to be what? How would I write it though? Because we go smallest number to biggest number. All right, now for number 3. Does number 3 have a GCF? No. So if it does not have a GCF, we jump straight to factoring. So what is A times C? What is B? What factors multiply to give us -10 but add to give us 3? 5 and -2. Okay. Can we use the shortcut? No. Okay. So when we can't use a shortcut, we have to factor by grouping. So we're going to do 2x squared plus 5x minus 2x minus 5 equals 0. And then we group first 2, last 2. So when we look at the first 2, what is our GCF? And so that'll leave us with what inside? Now for the second half, What is our GCF? -1. So we're going to look at x plus 5. Not x plus 5. What did I forget?
2.
The 2. All right, now, what is the same?
2x.
2x plus 5. And what's left over? So now we need to set both of those equal to 0 and solve. So we have 2x plus 5 equals 0. When I do that, okay, how do I solve that? What should I do? Subtract 5. We get 2x equals -5. Then what? Divide by 2. So we get x is equal to -5 over 2. Then we do the same thing for x minus 1. Can we solve that? What is x? How did we get that? Add 1 on both sides. So our solution is equal to, go smallest to biggest, comma, perfect. All right, so we also are going to go ahead and look at example number 4, okay? So for example 4, is there a GCF? So since there's not a GCF, what is A times C? 40. So we have to figure out what multiplies to give us 40, but adds to give us B. What is B? What are the factors of 40 that multiply to give you 40, but add to give you -22? -20, -2. If you are not quick with finding those, that is okay. If you have to go through your calculator and go through all the options to figure out till you get one, that is a-okay. I don't want you to stress if you're not quick at it. It's okay. Now, do we have a problem that we can use a shortcut with? Can we use a shortcut? No. So we're going to do 8x squared minus 20x minus 2x plus 5 equals 0. Then we're going to group the first two. What is the first two's GCF? 4x, which will leave us with what? Minus 5. For our second half, what is our GCF? -1. So go ahead and finish that out for me. I'll answer the phone. Yes, ma'am. Valerie, go to the old annex for an early dismissal. Let me grab you your assignment for today. Just bring it to me at for class tomorrow. All right, so for this right here, we took out a -1, so that leaves us with 2x. So we get 2x minus 5 times what?
4.
Then we have to set both equal to 0. And did y'all get a chance to solve those? What's your solution set? What was that? 1/4, comma, 5/2. Because 0.25 is smaller than 2.5. We did that by adding 5 and then dividing by 2. Over here, we did it by adding 1, then dividing by 4. All right, so we are going to do 2 of the ones at the bottom together, and I'm going to let you do 2 by yourself, then we have an assignment, okay? So, number 1, does that have a GCF?
Yes.
What is it?
2.
Okay, so if we take out a GCF of 2, what's that going to leave us with? Now we have to factor the part that is inside. So for the inside part, what is A times C?
4.
What is B? 5. What multiplies to give you 4 but adds to give you 5? 4 and 1. Can I use a shortcut for this problem? Why? Because there's 1 right there. So we can do 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 4 equals 0. Does 2 equal 0? No. What about x plus 1? Can it equal 0? If it does, what does x equal? For x plus 4, what would x be? -4. So our solution set is -4, comma, -1.
My left squiggly bracket always looks so much better than my right squiggly bracket.
I agree with that.
So
Mine
it
does
doesn't
too.
matter where you put the -4 and the -1?
You put it in numerical order. Smallest number to biggest number. All right, now we're going to look at number 3. Does number 3 have a GCF?
Yes. Well, yeah.
3, 13, and 10 have nothing in common. If taking out 1's not going to change nothing, though. Okay, so what is A times C? What is B? So it has to multiply to give us -30, but add to give us 10. It's not 3 and 10.
It's 15.
15 and 2, what combination?
15 negative.
15 and -2. Can I use the shortcut here? No. So we're going to have to do 3x squared plus 15x minus 2x minus 10 equals 0. Then we're going to group the first two. What's our GCF? And once we take out 3x, what's that going to leave us with? For the second half, what is our GCF? Positive or -2? -2. Remember, if that first term is negative, you have to take out a negative. And it'll be x. And then what's the same? And what's left over? So we do x plus 5 equals 0. What is x going to equal? Then we have 3x minus 2 equals 0. How do I solve that? So we get 3x equals 2. Then what? So x is equal to 2/3. Then we do our squiggly bracket. What goes first? -5 because it's smaller. And we have 2/3. All right, I want y'all to do 2 and 4 for me real quick. Okay, do 2 and 4. And I'm going to go ahead and pass out our assignment. Is that your phone?
-7 and -6.
That's really good though.
How would I do that?
I'm doing the number 4.
I don't know. It's like my
For that one.
Okay, fair enough.
If it's 2 negatives, it's positive and a negative, or negative and a positive, positive and a negative.
It doesn't matter which the order of. As long as you put the numbers right, you're good.
-7 and -6.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I'm so silly. It's
I'm so sorry.
-7, 1. Wow, I'm so stupid.
Money.
Okay, for number 2, does it have a GCF? Does 2 have a GCF?
Yes.
What?
So 2x or 4.
4 is the GCF.
Okay, good. I didn't know.
Okay, and when we take out 4, we're going to get x squared minus 6x minus 7. We can then factor the inside of that, okay? So when we factor the inside, we have to multiply to get negative 7, add to get negative 6. What factors do that? Negative 7, positive 1. Do we need to do the shortcut or the long way?
Shortcut.
So do 4 times x minus 7, x plus 1. Does 4 equal 0? No. When we do x minus 7 equals 0, what do we get? Plus 7, so positive 7. What do we do when we say x plus 1 equals 0? So our solution set, how would I write it? Negative 1, 7.
Oh my goodness.
Go smallest numbers to biggest numbers. All right, now for number 4, does it have a GCF? Okay, so A times C is, B is,
Negative
what multiplies to give us 15 but adds to give us negative 8? Negative 5, negative 3. Can I use a shortcut?
8. No.
So we're going to do 5x squared minus 5x minus 3x plus 3 equals 0. Group the first two. What is our GCF?
5.
5x. Because there's an x in both two. So when we take that out, what do we get?
Wait, I did it the other.
That's okay. You'll still get the same answer. Just make sure our answers match up.
X minus 1.
Now, for the second half, what is our GCF?
3.
Negative 3.
Negative.
So when we take that out, that'll leave us with x, 1. Now, what part is the same?
X minus 1.
What part's left over?
5x minus 8.
Equals 0. Okay. Did y'all solve it the rest of the way?
No.
Well, let's do that. Did you get the same thing? It doesn't matter the order you put them in. You'll get the same answer. It's just sometimes it's easier one way or the other.
So it's easier.
Is 3/5 smaller than 1?
So it will go 3/5, comma 1. Okay, because this one gives us 3/5 because we add 3, then divide by 5. And this one gives us 1 because we just have to add 1. All right, so I gave y'all all a yellow practice sheet, okay? So I do not have a copy of that on my iPad. So we're going to just talk about it real quick. I only want to talk about the first 2 questions, okay? So the first 2 questions are there to help you remember solving by graphing. Because this unit is going to be very, very reliant on us being able to remember the different methods for solving. So whenever I give us a practice, I'm going to include at least 2 of the ones from before, okay? Just to try to keep it in our brains. So whenever we do number 1 on our yellow sheet, okay? To solve by graphing, we first have to find our axis of symmetry. So to find the axis of symmetry, we do x is equal to negative b over 2a. So from number 1, what is b?
16.
Then we have over 2 times a. What is a?
2.
So we get negative 16 divided by 4, which gives us negative 4. Now, on our papers, it does not have a place for a table, so you're going to just draw you a table. And what needs to go in the middle of it? Negative 4. And then I want you to use your graphing calculators to find points on both sides of it.
Did you see that?
Go down. Like, I go up to like -6.
If you want to, yes.
All
All right. So for this one, when we plug in x, or when we get x is -6, what do we get for y?
3. I mean,
11. For -5, what do we get for y? For -4, what do we get for y? For -3? For -2? And so if we graph this, this is going to be a very, very rough graph, y'all, so don't. This is what our graph is going to look like. Now, in order to be a solution for a quadratic, it has to touch the x-axis, right? Does this graph touch the x-axis?
no.
No. So our answer is no real numbers, or you can put an empty solution set.
You gotta put your X line a little bit higher.
Dude, there's no marks on there. It does not matter. Y'all's matters. You have
He
marks.
is right though. You're kind of like you're
Like,
like
you
you're like
know,
you're like
world.
4 or 5.
Y'all.
Where it's supposed to be
Y'all.
3.
It's not even straight.
Y'all, I did not care. Y'all should have seen the one I put on the board earlier. It literally looked like this.
That's kind of better.
That one's your
Yeah, I
like
like
2
that.
right there. That's even more wrong than what you did before.
I need both of
That was what I put on the board earlier. It's very wrong.
Yeah, that's just terrible.
It was, yeah, because I don't care right now.
I feel like that this graph just needs to pick a struggle. Like not
I
have
feel
a
like
straight
it's
X line
distracting me
and
from my
a bar.
learning.
Just pick a struggle.
Oh, like
Okay,
at the top.
no, hold on, wait.
It goes at the top.
You're at like 2.5.
Fashion.
Fashion. Exactly.
Is that better, Brantley?
It's okay. It's okay. We all make this.
Okay. For number 2.
What was in your basket?
Stuff.
I'm so jealous. I wanted to win.
For number 2, okay, so we have to find our axis of symmetry again. Okay, to find our axis of symmetry, we do x equals -b over 2a. So we get x is equal to negative.
4. Negative 4. It's a -4.
Over 2 times.
-2.
So in our numerator, we will get a negative and a negative will make a positive. And then in our denominator, we'll have -4. What is 4 divided by -4?
-4.
So in the middle of our table, we are going to put -1. And then we got to use our calculators to get points on both sides of it.
It's gone.
All right, for this one, when you plug this into your calculator, okay, we have negative. What is wrong with it now? Oh, it is a little crooked.
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen.
I'm happy you saw it.
Well, listen. I am looking at it from an angle. So from me, when I look at it like this, it looks great.
Wait, it's like an X. Look at it. Haha, made you look. I just made you look.
Graph it yourselves.
I already did it.
Okay.
Is it x equals no?
Yours was.
Yeah, still no solution. I made an O and I didn't make either of them have a solution. So
It's not. Come on now.
I didn't pay attention.
How do we graph it?
Obviously.
You know how to graph points.
No, I think this is X.
It's going to be something like that.
Oh.
So okay, if we have nothing in the solution.
That's the empty set. It's no real numbers.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
No, but like can we put 0? Or would that
You have to do 0 with a slash to it. Because that means the empty set. 0 means 0's an
Oh,
answer.
because yeah, zero is technically a symbol on the graph.
Yeah.
even though
Whereas
0
that means
represents
the empty set.
Even though 0 represents nothing.
On the graph, it represents 0.
Yeah, but like graphs and math are like similar, so I don't think it should represent anything on there.
You are literally sitting there with a basketball trash can on your head.
Trash can. This is a hoop.
So just like chill.
It's a hoop.
It's actually an Easter basket. You're sitting there with an Easter basket on your head.
And I'm feeling extra holy today. Okay, what can I say? Okay. If
I wish I had an Easter egg to throw at him.
Oh, that's what
I hope my mommy gets me
I have ammunition right